Oh dear, 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 dear. Morning, guys. Here we go again. Starboard 10. Seems to me every time we get a bunch of new subscribers, I do a video that loses me even more subscribers, and I suspect this is going to be one of those videos. Then again, I'm a British nationalist, and straight talking and what I feel is the only way I know how to behave. That's my style, sir. This Dover by-election, yeah, on the 27th of August. It's Dover District Council for Guston, Kingsdown and St Margaret's at Cliff. By-elections being caused after Conservative councillor Martin Bates resigned for personal reasons. Pause, Paul. Been to Dover quite a few times during my time on fishery protection. Seem to recall it had a very high tide there. You had to keep an eye on your moorings. Pubs were okay. Don't know what it's like now. Anyhow, let's get on with it. Let's get on with the election. So, first of all, let's have a look at the candidates, shall we? Pause, Paul. Right, what have we got here? No, we don't want to look at that one first. I want to look at this one first. Okay, so they got 6 candidates, guys. David Arthur Hawkes, local Conservatives. Graham Richard Wanstall, Independent. Steve Wisby, Labour. They all seem to be pretty strong candidates. The Conservatives have got a former Dover District Councillor who is experienced. He's the current Conservative candidate seeking to hold the seat. Then you've got the Independents. Graham Richard Wanstall, long-standing local political figure, and he's already a Dover Town Councillor. And Labour, who have they got? Steve Wisby, long-time local resident, linked to local business and football groups, self-declared retard. Anyone who continues to vote and support Labour is a retard in my mind. Right, now let's get on to the other 3 candidates by pressing this button. I'll come to the Restore Britain candidate last. You've got, from Reform, you've got James Robert DeFriend, Reform UK, another Kent County Councillor for Dover Town, chairs KCC Growth, Environment and Transport Committee. So, yeah, so he's got his snout in the trough. And then over on the right, we've got Dr. Ingrid Dodd, a retired GP and long-time local resident, focus housing development, coastal waters, and open the door to the invasion of our country. Finally, we've got, for Restore Britain, the guy you think I'd be rooting for, but you'd be wrong. You've got Jez Hermer MBE, Restore Britain, a former Royal Marine Major, a parish councillor, anti-overdevelopment campaigner. Sounds good, sounds good, sounds like my kind of man. But before I tell you why he's not my kind of man and why I wouldn't vote for him, let's have a look at his track record, shall we? Stand by. Looking at my notes. Right, so we know he's a former major in the Royal Marines, member of the British Empire. Yeah. He was awarded that in the military division in the 2006 New Year's Honours List. And he retired from the Royal Marines at his own request, 3rd of November 2007. Military background. Served as a United Nations military observer in Sarajevo during the Bosnian War. 2002, he gave evidence before the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. Remember, Yugoslavia used to be a beautiful place, beautiful, peaceful place until we helped the globalists rip it apart, destroy it, and bombed it. Kosovo is Serbia, Serbia is Kosovo, and will be again. Yeah, so I don't put any store by what he done out there working for the globalists. He went off to Afghanistan, and he had some involvement in bringing the Viking armoured vehicle into service. Excuse me, guys. You've been reading bad reports about that armoured vehicle, to be honest. He once helped rescue a monkey named Harry. And after that, he's become operations director at Monkey World, and he remains a trustee of the Jim Cronin Memorial Fund for Primate Welfare and Conservation. Yeah, this might explain why he's a Civnat, which you'll see later on. So on the face of it, Jez Hermer seems to be a very good, very strong candidate. But I've got a problem with Jez, you see. Stand by, pause, Paul. It's this. It's been what he's been saying. Jez Hermer is campaigning for a store in Dover. There is, and I quote him, "There's also a perception that the party thinks unless you've got long ancestry on these islands, you can't be British. I don't agree with that. The King would be the pertinent example of that. My great-great-grandfather was Estonian. We are an island which has been subject over the centuries to invasion and population. It's an unhelpful area to get into." Then you should have kept your mouth shut, shouldn't you, Jez? What's real name Jeremy? And there's more over on the right. Even Evan, who says he plans to vote for Restore, objects. "I disagree with ethno-nationalism," he said. "I think to be British, you've got to look at our way of life and appreciate it and join in with it. I love people of every creed and colour as long as they're decent people." Hermer is facing a battle to win over potential Restore voters who have been turned off by the type of discourse peddled by Downes and his right-wing acolytes, who now surround Lowe and dominate the party leadership. If I thought the party stood on a policy that you couldn't be British unless you were pure white, I would not be a member. I don't believe that for a second, said Hermer, who added that he had to reassure nervous voters in Kingstone that Restore did not endorse ethno-nationalism. Okay, guys, stand by. Let's get back to the bunker. And that's why I wouldn't vote for Jez Hermer. He's a Civnat. He's the thin end of the wedge. And I'm seeing more and more of these people speaking out in Restore Britain, trying to turn it into Advance UK. And they'll bring the party down the same way. They'd bring Restore down the same way that they brought Advance UK down with their Civnat shit. Yeah, so that's why I wouldn't vote for him. I'm going to show you one more. I'm going to show you a video clip now that kind of made me laugh. Pause, Paul. Okay, now before I play this next segment, I'm sure this is a lovely lady. It's Councillor Maxine Fothergill in the final weekend of campaigning for Jez Hermer. I'm just going to play it. See what you think. Tell me in the comments.
Hello, I've been out campaigning today on behalf of our absolutely brilliant candidate, Jez Hermer, at the forthcoming by-election, which is Guston, Kingsdown and St Margaret's, and all of the surrounding villages, and I think there's about 9 of those. Now, I've got to say, we have had a fantastic response on the door, so much welcome. And I think it's because we have probably one of the best candidates that I've ever met in my 20 odd years of actually out campaigning and 14 years of being an elected member. This guy's brilliant. He lives in the actual ward itself. He's already a parish councillor and he really cares. He's not going to be whipped or told what to do, because Restore Britain is not like that. He is going to be a candidate who will fight for the local people. And that's what you want. When you're actually voting for someone, you want to know that they're going to go and hold the district council to account, that they're going to fight for you, that if you've got overdevelopment or you've got a problem, that you've got somebody that you can go to who will protect you and look after your interest. And I can honestly say, Jez is your man. If you want somebody who really cares about your area and really is going to make a difference, then you will not go far wrong for voting for Jez Hermer on Thursday at the forthcoming by-election. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to go out and vote, and don't forget your ID. Thanks then, bye-bye.
Talk about Lala and Dipsy. Lala, Dipsy. She said something interesting then, didn't she? I don't know if you picked up on it. Jez is not going to be whipped. He's not going to toe the party line. He's going to do what he thinks is right. I'm going to make a second video after this one about someone else a bit like Jez, who's not toeing the party line, or if you like, not doing what the people want. I think Jez has got his own agenda, and that's why I personally wouldn't vote for him. This really does need to be sorted out, this business with the Seven Acts. You're either British or you're not, and that is the end of it. I'm sure Jez is a lovely guy, but he's not my kind of guy. You'll have to make your own minds up. Personally, I'm a British nationalist. This candidate that Rupert is endorsing is not right for what is needed to save our country. Sorry guys, he just isn't. And I'm sorry this video's all over the place. I should have prepared it better. Meanwhile, what can I say? I can't say, hey my, vote low on this occasion. Yeah. The left say that the country's got to be, the globalists say the country's got to be totally destroyed before they can rebuild it. Perhaps we're after gonna follow the same path. The country's going to have to collapse into next to nothing before we can take it back and rebuild it. I don't know. See you on the next one.